Okay, so I'm going to look at some more effectsy kind of examples now, or more experimental examples. Now, we have the acoustic guitar going through a bus here on the rock track, and I'm going to transform this into a kind of really lush sounding pad sound. Now, we're going to use this effect rack from Soundtoys in order to do this. So we can basically chain our effects to create multi-effects that we can then save and use later. So let's have a listen to the acoustic guitar as it stands. Okay, so now we're going to destroy this sound and turn it into something completely different. Now I'm going to use Crystallizer, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn up the pitch to 1200 cents, which is going to make it an octave. Okay, it's already sounding quite kind of Beatlesy. Now I'm going to put the reverse to forward, so we have the normal forward motion. Okay, I'm going to try speeding up the delay and splice settings just so we have kind of smaller increments. I'm going to turn the recycle all the way up. Okay, now on the tweak setting, take this down a little. I don't want it to be too wide sounding, but we'll just bring these up a little bit. Just create a bit more stereo width and smoothing all the way up again. So that's already sounding pretty crazy like that. Now, it's a shame actually because there's Little Plate, which is our plate reverb from Soundtoys, but at the moment that doesn't seem to be integratable into the effects rack. So it's a shame because it'd be nice to put the plate reverb afterwards, but never fear, we'll work our way around it. Let's try Microshift now, just to even further kind of push the stereo image. Okay, and now I'm going to take Echo Boy, put it afterwards, and I'm going to change the style to the verbed setting. I'm going to turn the feedback up a bit so we get a little bit more length and a bit more of the effect coming through. Turn the mix all the way up so we're just getting the delayed sound coming through. Just play with the low cut and high cut and add some saturation. That's going to allow us to kind of tame some of those high frequencies so it sounds a bit more pad-like. Now let's actually try the Microshift after the delay. Now we could even try adding some auto pan with Pan Man afterwards. I want it to be quite soft, so I'll turn the width down and turn the smoothing up. Just change that so it's going back and forth there, which is a bit nicer sounding. And there we have quite a nice washed out pad sound really. Now what we could even do, even though Little Plate isn't available in the effects rack, we can always just add it afterwards. And there we have quite a beautiful ambient style pad sound. And remember, it started its life as this. Actually, it did have the decapitator on, to be fair, but it started its life sounding like this. And of course, now we know we've got these settings, we can save them as our own custom kind of rack. And then whenever we want to use that, it's going to be available to us from the preset menu. Okay, so let's have a look at some more experimental sound design techniques with the Soundtoys bundle. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at some creative uses of Primal Tap. Now we've got the Tech House track back up, so I'm going to put this on the master, and I'm going to look at some kind of stutter effects with Primal Tap. Now Primal Tap is based on a lexicon delay from the 80s, which had this kind of sample rate reduction feature, which is really, really cool, and also a freeze function, which allows you to kind of freeze a delay to create a kind of infinite repeat. And we can use that for some kind of glitch stutter effects. Let me demonstrate. So we've got it on the master of the whole track, so at the moment it's going through the delay in its entirety. Okay, so as I play, if I press freeze, you'll see we'll kind of sample a moment in this delay and it'll have an infinite repeat. Let's actually do it with the mix all the way up. Now I could unlink my delays to create different delay times for the left and the right channel. Pretty cool. Now let me show you this multiply function here. Now this allows you to double the delay time but halve the sample rate, which was a unique feature of this delay. So let me demonstrate. Let's try it with the freeze function. Pretty cool. Now let's try taking this off beats and putting it on time, and let's see if we can get some glitch effects going like this. Okay, let's link them together actually. So imagine if you're a techno producer, I mean, this could be a great way of just creating some really innovative loops to use in your tracks. Some pretty crazy effects. Now let's add this in with the multiplier. And what I'm going to do is have a bit of fun with the freeze parameter, the delay time, and the multiplier parameter as well, to try and create some interesting glitch stutter effects. So it's really easy to come up with some really cool glitch stutter style effects, and of course we can automate all these parameters. So that's just a nice little creative use for Primal Tap to add rhythmic interest to your tracks and to your beats. So we've come to the end of our video series on getting creative with the Soundtoys bundle. I really hope you found some new ideas to try out on your music, and you've got a better understanding of how you can use this amazing bundle of plugins creatively. All that's left to say is thanks very much for watching.